My camera was up. Okay, so basically, if you didn't see me in that, just clearing your energy field with the sage is perfect. And as you know, we're in Mercury retrograde, so I'm never surprised during these times of Mercury retrograde when there's a little bit of technology going haywire. So I want to just start out by saying something about that, because I think a lot of people, whether you believe in it or not, it seems to always be true. So it's a very strange thing. Like I was saying, last couple of weeks, we were sending out email reminders about our Sunday weekly live session that we do. And then somehow the emails were going out like after the time it was supposed to start. So for example, it was starting at 10 and then the email reminder to join us was going out at like 10:45. So this was a clear example of Mercury retrograde and how it can be like that. So if you have these little technology glitches or communication breakdowns during these periods, it's very normal and common. But also, what can we learn from that? Well, I feel that we can tighten the ship is what I like to think of it. Tighten the ship means, get even more proficient in our preparations, in our mindfulness. And one of the things when it comes to mindfulness with communication is really thinking before you speak. And I had this conversation with another friend because her partner is working with us for the Flow State Festival, and he will just say the craziest things. And he didn't have a lot of experience practicing mindfulness. So I want to mention that because during Mercury retrograde, I think the number one thing that you can really practice is this idea of mindfulness. So mindfulness is a form of meditation, but it's every single moment of every single day. So it's not like you sit there on a cushion and you're doing that for 5 minutes. You got to take it out of the cushion, out of the yoga mat, out of your meditation room, into your day-to-day interactivity. So if somebody says something, for example, and you just want to say something back that's not good or whatever, the moment before you speak is the key. It's like you check in with yourself and you can ask yourself these very pivotal questions, such as, is what I'm about to say going to uplift or add value to the environment and the people around me? So if you have that knowing, oh yeah, no, what I was about to say was going to be mean or something, then you can just be like, oh, okay, so I'm going to hold that back instead of saying it. Because what does it really do when you say something mean or angry or spiteful or just putting people down or putting them in their place or whatever? None of that's always coming from the ego. So whenever we do that, it's kind of an unconscious behavior for the most part, because most people that are very conscious in their communication, they don't do that. If you see people that are very evolved, even if somebody is literally putting them down to their face, they would just smile and say, yes, thank you, I love you. Because the knowing is that if somebody's coming at you with anger or with some obnoxious, violent communication or of sorts, that they must be hurting, and so it gives us a deeper experience of being compassionate beings. And that's one thing that's been a theme for me in this last couple of weeks, I'll say, because in the Taurus season, which we're just moving out of, now we're going to Gemini, but in Taurus season, I have my Chiron in Taurus. So if you know about astrology, so during that time, certain themes might come up for healing. And one thing that came up for me was the understanding that even if somebody does something horrible to you, I had so many crazy things happen to me. I mean, it was actually a very deep healing for me. I'll share with you the real truth was that a couple of things that happened with certain people that I work with that are very high level in the yoga industry, it triggered this deep wound that I had around ancestral rape. And this is a very uncomfortable topic, but I like to share about it because I want everybody to realize, first of all, nobody's perfect, especially myself. But the experience that I had when I lost my virginity to rape, and my mother also had been raped, and her mother had also. So it was like this ancestral lineage of trauma that had been playing itself out for generations. And then when I found out, all of these major gurus in the yoga industry, specifically the men, Yogi Bhajan, the head of the Kundalinis, the Bikram yoga leader, the head of the Ashtanga lineage, Patabi Joyce, even the head of Shivananda, which was a very pure, they're all supposedly very pure, but they had all been discovered to have raped some of their students. And it triggered me in the deepest pain of my life. And I went into this deep pain about it. But then I went through this experience of like going to the core of this pain. And then I looked at it and, obviously I went through it crying, like releasing my emotional charges around that horrible deep suffering of trauma. But then I looked at it and I said, and there were other people that were also triggering that in my life. Like this woman, I sold my car to her in Hawaii, and then she said she was sending the money and she never sent it. And she like transferred the title to her name and she never paid me. And it's been 8 weeks. So it was like this kind of recurring theme of some energy coming into my life to mirror to me this energy of violation, that the same frequency, which is also in the other energy of physical sexual violence that I experienced. So it was like, wow, this is coming into my field. So looking at that and saying, why is this presenting itself? And so I could go deeper and deeper and deeper into my own healing, and I was able to go to the core of that. And I saw, the core of it, even the horrible side of it, was that the only way to liberate myself from the suffering of that experience was not even forgiveness, because forgiveness still has kind of a tint to it that says, you're the perpetrator, I'm the victim, but I'm going to rise above and forgive you. So that still has this duality construct. There's still a victim and a perpetrator. There's still it's still not the full healing. So the full healing for me was to go into compassion and to see, wow, if somebody could be that violent, that horrible, that ignorant. So then it came into that, instead of labeling horrible, violent, criminal, instead it just went to the very core of ignorance. So ignorance is where somebody literally just does not know what they're doing, and so that's an interesting dynamic, is where you realize that they're actually not doing this to you, they're doing this out of ignorance. Now we could say, oh, how can we just forgive ignorance? But at the end of the day, it's not about them, it's always about us. So if we can let go, and if we can say, wow, I forgive you, and it's not forgiveness even, I just have such compassion knowing that you have such a deep ignorance that you don't even realize what you're doing. So therefore, it wasn't a malicious intent of this violation or violence or any of it. It was literally just straight out of ignorance. And that helped me a lot. And I felt very liberated by that, even though it sounds like, oh, how could that be very liberating? But something about that, just transitioning from even forgiveness into a higher vibration, which was compassion. Because if you look at the emotional tone scale, forgiveness is actually a frequency that is below compassion. So compassion is up by love and even peace, which is one of the highest vibrations. And then forgiveness is kind of like down here, like a little lower, where it's kind of like, I forgive you, but I acknowledge that you're still like a horrible person. And so that's like still like projecting negativity. So it was a very transformational period of life for me. And I thought I would share this because I think a lot of people, maybe they look to, I don't know, other people like myself perhaps, and they're like, oh, this person, they just have, everything is perfect in their life. And there's so many good things in my life, but it doesn't mean that I'm immune to suffering. And it doesn't mean that I don't go through these very difficult experiences. So I wanted to give this opportunity to share this with my community because, I really feel it's very beneficial if I am, just open and authentic about what I go through, because in the end of the day, we're all one. So if you can see that others are, going through stuff, then it can make it feel like you're not so alone if you're going through something. And I do believe this time on earth, everybody is going through something, whatever it is. Like a good friend of mine, he has a big foundation that he's doing. He actually ended up moving to Poland to help with the war in Iraq. And so it's very interesting because, like, I'm sure he didn't plan for that, like now I'm going to be living in Poland, helping with the refugee camp. but he's doing that. And, like everybody has their journey. And so whatever you're going through, it's just exactly whatever it is that we individually, we always get whatever it is that we need. So I just wanted to come on here today, and we're going to just clear the energy of whatever it's been for the Taurus season, and also prepare for the upcoming Gemini season. Now, like I said, Gemini has a little bit lighter energy. It's usually about communication, so you might feel more inclined to speak your truth, and also the energy of music, and like communication takes many forms: art, music, expression, so maybe you're going to feel more inspired and more open to get into those aspects of your life. So I really encourage that, because those types of expressions are always the kind of outlet of releasing whatever it is that's troubling you, right? So if you find something that you really love and enjoy, for example, I love to go to the beach. I go there every day with my puppy and get in the ocean. I love dancing. I love singing. I've found that in my hardest moments, if I can connect to nature and also my voice, singing specifically, any song that makes you feel good, but I have certain types of songs, mantras and songs that I find to be tremendously healing and beneficial. So finding those outlets for yourself, that's really the key, because once you find that, it's like the elixir of life, it's medicine. And then you can always turn to that when you feel like you need some kind of energy shifting. Also, recently I did a whole training on what's called pranic healing. And I'm super excited because we're going to be having 2 of the world masters of pranic healing at the Flow State Festival in Miami Beach, which is coming up for International Yoga Day. It's also the weekend of Father's Day and the summer solstice. And we're having that at a beautiful, like the top resort in America. They were voted number 1 in Miami and number 2 in the whole United States, and number 12 in the whole world. So they're like the best resort ever. And I work with them, and it's called Faina. And Faina is our partner, and they're going to be hosting the Flow State Festival. It's going to be so much fun. So if you haven't seen the information, definitely go to the website. It's flowstatefest.com. That's FLOWSTATEFEST.com. And you can get your tickets now. You can also get a ticket for a streaming, so you can watch it from home if you can't come to Miami. But if you can come, it's definitely going to be a really incredible transformational weekend. And our intention is, because that we've been having so much, turmoil on the planet in the last couple of years, our intention is to bring the community together for healing and also transformation, and to come out of that. Our intention is for every person that's there to come out of it completely transformed, feeling inspired, optimistic, and motivated to create a whole new world together. So that's kind of our full intention. And we have a lot of incredible speakers and teachers from around the world, around the country, and also from Miami. So I'm excited about that. It's kind of like a little mini weekend retreat. But the point is, the reason that we are doing that, like I said, is to bring people together. And I feel like right now, more than ever, the world has been so divided. Everybody got kind of the opposite of connecting is social distancing, right? So they prescribed everyone to socially distance. I think a lot of people got very comfortable with that. So we want to kind of like heal that too, because especially for the children. I don't know if you've seen the statistics, but one big project that I'm working on, which is called Children Are the Future. It's a national initiative to help solve the mental health crisis in schools. And statistically, I mean, it's ridiculous. 65% of children are suffering from anxiety or depression, and 25% of them have considered suicide. That's literally 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 children under the age of 24 have considered suicide. So I felt, wow, now maybe you're doing great, and I hope so, because that's great. But if not, it's also okay to feel like you can reach out and like be a part of something that's healing. And so that's why we're creating this. And the Children of the Future initiative, we're going to be donating a percentage of the proceeds from the festival to support the Children's Mental Health Initiative. So you'll be supporting all the children as well, just by being a part of the healing for yourself. And that's one of my visions for the world as well. If you think about it, You know, the saying is that as we heal ourselves, we heal the world. So often, leave a comment if you've ever felt like, man, I wish I could just heal the whole world. That's been something that I've wanted to do my whole life. I don't know why, but I feel like, you know, it's a thought, like for people that really want to make a difference, like you might have that thought. But then, like, what does it really mean to heal the world? Now, there's ways that you can take action and actually contribute to make a larger impact. And you can do that with us at Flow State Festival. We have options for you. But besides for that, as we heal ourselves, like we are the world, you know, like you are the world, I am the world, like literally we are the world. Collectively, there is no world without us. So healing the self is healing the world. So that's the first step. And then obviously once you heal yourself, or as you're healing yourself, then also you can take on bigger projects. But if your cup is empty, then you know, obviously, you know, you can't do anything but focus on filling your cup. So that's what this festival is about. Fill your cup. And then collectively, we have many ways for you to join the team and help us as we're contributing to make the world a better place together. So that's my little infomercial about the Flow State Fest and Children of the Future. And I hope that you'll be involved and tell your friends. Anybody that you know that's looking for a transformational vacation and a weekend getaway that's going to be tremendously powerful, healing, and uplifting. It's going to be great. So can't wait to see you there, June 17th through 19th. Go to the website, flowstatefest.com. Besides for that, we'll get back to our ceremony today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about pranic healing as well, because we're going to do this meditation. And a part of the pranic healing protocol is the idea that we are energy, right? So leave a comment, click the like if you agree that we are energy. So everything is energy. So I'm energy, you're energy, the whole planet is energy. Every being that we encounter, even the animals, of course, the ocean, the plants, everything is just energy. Now it's in different forms, right? There's a solid form, and then there's the etheric form. That's the more spiritual energy. But overall, everything is this field of energy. So you have an energy body that's called, some people call it your quantum energy field, and some people call it like your aura or something, there's different words for it. But basically you have an energy field, and in your energy field, what happens is sometimes there becomes what we call congestion. So congestion is like, something happens and it triggers you and it causes a negative frequency to enter your field. And also you get cords. So energy cords that connect you to different people from your past, from the present moment, even could be from yesterday or from someone that lives with you. But you get these cords, and then any energy that they're going through, you are actually experiencing that too. And they can suck your energy as well. That's what we call energy vampires. So these cords are really detrimental to your energy. And so part of the pranic healing process is cutting the cords. And then another part of it is cleaning your own energy field. Every chakra, you can clean it, and then recharging, re-energizing the energy that was depleted. And so it's kind of like a 3-part process. I mean, it's more in depth than that. You will learn all about this at the Flow State Fest, but I thought we would do just a quick little example together, and then we'll do a singing bowl session. So we'll just choose one chakra, might as well do the heart chakra, right? So there's different chakras. So we have all the 7 chakras, but in pranic healing, there's actually 11 chakras. So they have the same ones that we usually talk about in yoga, which is like the crown chakra, the ajna, but they also say there's the ajna and then there's the forehead. So you have 2 different ones in this area instead of just one. And they have a distinct, different kind of like intention and what their usefulness. And then you have your throat, of course. Then you have your heart. Then you have your solar plexus. But below the solar plexus chakra, you have more than just 2 more. So instead of just solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra, you would have the solar plexus. Then you would have your spleen chakra. This is kind of from the Chinese medicine as well. You have the front and the back of the spleen chakra. Then you have the navel chakra. You have your sex chakra. And you have what they call the basic, which is the root chakra. And then the back side, you have the same ones, but the back, and you also have a big one that's called the main. So the main is kind of like your power center. Like if you were an electric car, that would be where you plug in to get your energy. And a lot of times the main is actually being obstructed by, like we were talking about, these cords and this energy that sucks you. So if you have been feeling fatigued, if you've been feeling, extra emotional, if you've been feeling any kind of negative emotion, like you can clear these frequencies out of the field that's, your energy field. And that's incredible to see. But when I experienced it, it was like, wow, I didn't realize how liberating that could be. I even did it to my puppy, and like she was really tired one day, and then I cleared her energy field and she was like back to life. So it really works for everything. You can even do this to other people, and you can do this to your plants. I mean, it's literally just a way of clearing energy and then re-energizing. And also if it's a person or something, cutting the cords. And that's really important. So we'll just do one. We'll do one together. And if you want to do your whole energy field, then you can come to the workshop at the Flow State Festival led by the master of this, which his name is Master Glenn Mendoza. And he is also a doctor, and he's been doing this for like 40 years. Really incredible. So, okay, leave a comment and vote if you want to go with, we can either do the heart chakra, the throat chakra, or we'll do the solar plexus chakra. Because I'm kind of flexible. We can do any of them. To me, it's the kind of, it's the same process, but it is a little bit different, the outcome. So let me know. Now, I'll tell you, the heart chakra, of course, if you've been feeling extra emotional, if you've been feeling, even constriction in the heart, this is a powerful one to do. Then the other one, the solar plexus, this is actually the number one that they always say you should clean that one first, because a lot of people get like a lot of congestion and obstruction in the solar plexus chakra. So anyway, and then, like I said, the throat chakra is good, especially because we have Mercury retrograde. If you've been experiencing any kind of breakdowns in communication, we could do that one. So leave a comment, let me know your vote, and we'll do it together. And like I said, what they usually request or require for you is that you have some kind of a spray. This is for the purification. It's kind of like, you're like almost like a surgeon. You're going to be cutting out the cords, and you got to clean the energy. Then you got to clear the bad energy away, and then you're going to clean also with this spray. So it's like, each time you're just clearing. And so you can see like a spray, this one has a little bit of alcohol in it too. So like in the hospital, they always use alcohol to cleanse things. And we can do that as well with our energy field. It has a little bit of alcohol, and then it has water, and it has different essential oils. So those are very purifying for your energy field. Okay, so we're going to get started. So I'm just going to choose for us because I didn't get that many votes. So let's just do the heart chakra, because I think that's always beneficial for everybody. So this is how you're going to do it. Basically, first we'll start out by, this is how you can kind of gauge if you have congestion. So you take your hands like this and see if you can tune in. Like, first of all, just kind of like tune in and see how big is my heart chakra. You can tell if you take your hands and you kind of come towards the center, and where you feel like a little bit of energy resistance, that's telling you that this is kind of the outer parameters, right? So you're going to see like, okay, my heart chakra is like this big right now. And then you can feel with one hand, you can feel if there's any congestion. So you kind of go like this, and you can see if there's a little bit of congestion. Like mine's pretty clear, but maybe there's a little bit here. So you can kind of play with it. This is also how you can get more in tune with your energy field and sensory perception, like being able to sense your energy, other people's energy, things like that. So once you've got a good gauge on it, now the first step is we're going to actually clear the whole energy of your body. So you want to visualize your whole body, but in front of you, and project it out, but like a little small one. So a little body, and so you're just going to clear the energy. So you start like this, and you just clear like this, and then you take the fingers and you comb through, and then you go out a little, clear, comb, a little more, clear, comb, a little more. And last one is number 5, and you just clear the energy like that. So you kind of like think of it like you're just clearing, combing a little bit of the energy of your total field. Now the next step, you're going to visualize your heart chakra right in front of you, or you can do it just to yourself. So if you're doing it to yourself, you might do it like this, but if in the front of you, you might do it like this. So you take your hand, you cup it like that, and then we're just going to do like this, and it's like 25 to 30 times. So, and you want to repeat this saying, which is, I'm clearing any congested or stuck energy out of my heart chakra. And then if you imagine that there is congested energy there, you want to take it in your hand and you want to throw it either at the ocean or in a bucket of salt water. So it's like this, clearing any congested or stuck energy out of my heart chakra. And I have the ocean over there, so I just throw it. Clearing and releasing any congested or stuck energy out of my heart chakra. Clearing and releasing any congested or stuck energy out of my heart chakra. Clear it, and then clearing and releasing any congested energy out of my heart chakra. Last round, clearing and releasing any congested or stuck energy out of my heart chakra. Like that. Now, we want to go like this. We take the spray. Actually, before we do the spray, you want to kind of like pretend like you're washing your hands, but like clearing out the energy. So it's like this. Like if you have dirty hands, you want to get it off, and then you spray it, and then that puts a barrier, like a shield of protection around your energy. So this is step one. Now we're going to cut the cords. So you can cut the cords like this. Like imagine every person that you've ever experienced anything with in your life, that you felt it in your heart. Could be in a positive, could be in a negative, but there's an energy there, and you want to cut all those cords so that you can liberate yourself from any other energy fields that might be sucking your energy or taking you down, and release those. So you just take it like you're strangling the energy cords like this, and then just cut it, just like that. Just cut, and then you take the side of the cord that you cut, that's them, and you put it, and then my teacher, she said, you just like pretend like you're plugging it into the church or something, like you're sending them to get help. You're like, okay, go get help somewhere else, bye. And then you just clear it like that, and then you can clear your hands again, and then be sure to do the spray. So this is a nice technique that you can cut the cords. And when you're cutting cords, you really want to think of it and feel it. So you're like, okay, I am truly releasing this energy. So I no longer allow any external frequencies of people from the past or even from my current life that could be potentially sucking my energy or sending negative energy my way. And even if you're like, for me, I'm a public person, so it could be somebody that you don't even know that's doing that. Like they may be somebody that leaves comments on the videos or something or whatever, like anybody out there, they could be attaching themselves to your field and you don't even know about it. So you're going to want to keep cutting cords pretty continuously throughout. Every day is a good idea. But even if you just do it once with us at the Flow State Festival, you want to learn how to create rituals around these practices so that it can help and serve you for your whole life, not just a one time. It's like you don't just go to yoga one time, you don't just go to a massage one time. You want to create consistency, and that's how you create a really great energy in your life. Okay, so we cleared the energy and we cut the cords. Now with the heart chakra, they say don't energize the front of the heart chakra because it already has so much energy. And for people that are very sensitive, it could cause heart palpitations because if you're going to send a lot of energy. So we're going to actually visualize the back of your heart chakra. And we're going to clear and cleanse and cut cords from the back of the heart chakra right now. And then we'll energize from the back. Okay. What do you think? Leave a comment if you guys are doing this and if you like it, because to me, this is very powerful. And actually, I even do this sometimes when I'm running. Like I'll just be running and I'm like clearing any congested energy out of my chakras. It's it's like energy hygiene. That's what this is, energy hygiene. And it's a way to keep your field clean, and you will feel lighter. You will feel more joyous. You will feel more open, and you will start to attract better things into your life just by doing this. So it's highly important, and it's interesting that almost nobody learns this. So we're going to be including these trainings in the Flow State Yoga Teacher Training and also in the Children of the Future for the children. Because I was like, imagine if every child learned how to clear their energy and cut cords and like get, keep themselves in a good vibe. That is going to change the world. Okay, let's do the back of the heart chakra. So first, we can do the first thing where we were kind of testing. You can kind of test, what is my back of my heart chakra? Like how big is it? You can kind of feel the field like this. And then you can also see if it's congested. So you kind of see like this, you just feel. See if you can become very sensitive and feeling the energy of your heart chakra. And if it's really congested, you might be like way over here, like, oh goodness. But if it's like more clear, then you're going to have your hand is able to freely come in a little closer. Once you feel the kind of level of congestion, then you can determine how many clearing sweeps that you want to do. So we're just going to do 30 like we did on the front, because for the sake of time. But when you're in a full session, it could take like 1 or 2 hours to clear all of your energy centers, and it's highly worth it. It's like a massage for your energy field. Okay, so basically we're just going to start with the cord cutting first on the back of the heart chakra. So if you want, you can kind of think of all the people, all of the experiences from your past that you want to cut, right? Cut and clear those cords. And this is really powerful. And once you learn how to do this and you make it like a ritual or a practice, it could change your life. Because so often, like, the memory of somebody from the past comes in and it like sabotages you, or it brings you down. Could bring you up. Hopefully it does. But depending on the situation, I want to cut those cords so that you can be liberated to be present in the moment with whatever's in front of you and receptive to all of the blessings that you deserve. Okay, so let's do the cord cutting of the back. So we're going to go like this. So you basically strangle the cords like this, and then you're going to cut. You can also strangle both sides, but you want to cut. And if you feel like you have a lot to cut, you can do like machete, like you're just cutting for days. You don't have to take that long, but you can if you want, and really feel it and be like, all right, I'm releasing. I'm letting go all those people, all those stories, all those experiences, all of that, whatever it was meant to be, but it's done now, and I'm grateful that it's done. Bye. And cutting like this. And, you can imagine that you have literally a sword, like a sharp knife, machete type of instrument here in your hand. And you're just cutting, like literally cutting all those cords. And then you take the hand that has the other side of the cords and you plug it into the church, and you send them all on their way to get healing for their life. And you're grateful that they're gone, and bye-bye. And we let it go. And then from here, we're going to cleanse our energy again, cleanse your hands so that you have a nice clear frequency to start the next stage. So just like this. It's beautiful. Now we're going to clear your energy. So the back of the heart chakra, same practice. You want to visualize the back of your heart chakra right in front of you. And you just go like this, clearing and releasing any stuck or congested energy out of the back of my heart chakra. And then you throw it in the ocean or throw it in the bucket of salt water. Clearing and releasing any stuck or congested energy out of the back of my heart chakra. Throw it. Clearing and releasing any stuck or congested energy out of the back of my heart chakra. Clear it. Clearing and releasing any stuck or congested energy out of the back of my heart chakra. Throw it. Clearing and releasing any stuck or congested energy out of my heart chakra. Throw it. Last one, clearing and releasing any blocked or stuck energy out of the back of my heart chakra. Throw it. Take a deep breath. Woo! Now we're going to clear our hands again. Get all the energy that was being released off of you. Throw it into the bucket of salt water. And once again, spray it all down, just like you're a surgeon of energy. You are clearing all that. And next stage, for the back of the heart chakra, you can energize. So you want to envision your heart chakra, the back of your heart chakra in front of you. Now, this is a really fun part that I love, that I really encourage. If you do this, it's powerful. You take one hand. So the left hand is the receiving hand and the right hand is the giving. So I usually do the left hand for the receiving. And you want to point this up like to the sky, the palm up, and you can have your arm straight or you can have it lower depending on what you want. But if it's straight, you feel a more intense and more strong energy. And then this hand, you're going to put it to the energy center that you're energizing. So this hand, what you want to do is look at that hand, and you're going to say to yourself, thank you, divine spirit, universe, God, or whatever you're calling it. Thank you, God, for charging me up with your divine energy, filling me, every cell of my body, with your beautiful divine energy. And I'm so grateful to feel your light, your love, your beautiful energy in every cell of my body. And may this energize my heart chakra fully so that I may feel overflowing with love and my heart bursting open with joy. And I'm so grateful for all of this experience that I've been through that brought me here to this present moment. And I am so excited to just move forward in my life and manifest my dreams in every way possible. Whatever you want to say, that's just a nice prayer that I like to do. And then, so the hand, the energy is coming into this hand, but this hand, you don't want to focus on the giving hand. The giving is automatic as long as the receiving is good. This is something that changed my life. This idea that focus on the receiving, because if you're a giver, you're automatically, as you receive, it flows through you and it goes out and you end up giving. So now some people who are very selfish, it works the opposite, but for givers, for healers, for people that are spiritual, generally you want to do this. And then you're charging up the back of the heart chakra. You can do this as long as you need to really feel it. And then from there, take a deep breath. Exhale, we'll do 2 more times. Inhale. Last one. And exhale. And then stabilize the energy. So you see your heart chakra in front of you. Just stabilize the energy, stabilize. And that completes that chakra. So it's like you're going to do this to every chakra when you come to the workshop at the Flow State Fest. But for now, 1 chakra we're going to do together, and we'll do a little bit of sound healing meditation. So just close your eyes and start to connect to your breath. Feeling your heart open with every inhale, feeling that love and joy in your heart, feeling the clarity and a new freedom, perhaps, from the past, from any cords that were sucking your energy or sending negative energy your way, and just knowing fully that everything is in divine and perfect order, that you deserve all of your dreams to come true. You are fully supported by the universe. And just say that to yourself. I'm so grateful for all of the loving support. I'm so grateful for all of my dreams coming true. I'm so grateful for our community here on YouTube and at the Flow State community, all of the loving energy that we get to share together as a tribe. I am so grateful for you. Just take a deep breath. Hold the breath for 30 seconds. And release. Beautiful. Leave a comment if you felt that, and if you like to do energy work like this. I've been a healer my whole life, but I especially started around 17 years ago when I started as a yoga teacher. I got into healing because I was like, wow, we can be channels of divine energy. What a blessing. And also, as you heal others, you can heal yourself. So it's like this beautiful symbiotic energy of giving and receiving in the universe that you can do with yourself, with God, and with Mother Nature, as well as with your friends and your family and everybody. So I believe everybody should learn to be a healer. That's my belief. Even if you're into real estate or whatever your business is on the main part of your life, it doesn't really matter, because everyone should learn to heal yourself and how to pass that on to others. And as we all develop these healing faculties and these gifts, then we're going to see a much different world moving forward. That's why we're so passionate at Flow State Institute with the work we're doing with children on the future as well, and at the Flow State Festival, because every time we come together, we get to create a vortex, like a portal of healing energy. And it's not just for the individuals who are involved in that experience, but it amplifies by 10x, 100x, because everybody whom you come into contact with becomes uplifted, becomes healed just by your presence. And that should be a goal of everybody in the world, that your presence heals people instead of hurting them, right? Of course. But not everybody has that intention at this point. But we want to get everyone in the world at that intention, that your presence brings love, brings joy, brings high vibration, and that you feel your best and you're in the flow and you're attracting the divine blessings into your life. So if you want to continue with us, you can join the Flow State app. It's at theflowstate.app and download it for free. We have the Flow State Challenge in the app. You can check that out and follow along with more videos in the app. Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a subscriber. This is a channel that I have I was one of the first people on YouTube, but I do so many other things. But I do love to connect here, and it's one of my favorite things. So if you have any video requests, be sure to post those on YouTube and check that out. And I have hundreds of videos on there actually from over the years. I'm going to be teaching Thai yoga massage for the art of loving kindness and loving healing, intimate connection on Sunday at the Flow State Fest, as well as the Miracle Morning Yoga on Sunday morning as well. And we have so many other amazing teachers, healers, and actually some amazing artists and celebrities coming to the festival. So I really look forward to seeing you there and connecting with you in real life. So be sure to go to flowstatefest.com, and if you use my coupon code Dashama, then you can get 10% off your ticket. Be sure to tell your friends because it's a lot more fun with more people, and we're going to have around 600 people at this festival. And we'll also have a big party on Saturday night at the beach with dancing and yoga and meditation and a DJ. Also on Friday night, we have yoga happy hour, which is so fun. It's an idea that I came up with because I think a lot of spiritual, like healthy people, we don't want to go to the bar. We want to be able to do something that's healthy and beautiful. So we created this idea called Yoga Happy Hour, where we do yoga for the first hour, 7 to 8. And then 8 to 10 is a concert with music and healthy elixirs and like a really fun vibe of ways to connect and meet new people. And I'm excited about all the events of the weekend. So be sure to get your tickets soon. The prices will be going up. Right now they're on early bird pricing. You can also just come for one day, or you can do the online streaming pass. So the online streaming pass will give you an option to join us, even if you can't be there live with us at the Miami Beach Faena. But if you can be with us and you could only do one day, you could do Saturday, you could do just Sunday, or you could do Friday. And on Sunday, we'll be celebrating Father's Day. So for any fathers out there, we really welcome you with open arms and an open heart to join the community and come for this healing. You'll be doing Thai massage. There's this amazing sound healing led by a local father in our community, Jared B. Strong. We'll have a panel of experts, a closing ceremony, yoga in the morning with me, and Thai massage as well. So it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see you there. Please send me an email if you have any questions. You can email me directly at dashama@flowstatefest.com. And until next time, be sure to check out my other videos on my channel. I have so many good videos that you can learn from and grow. And I love to hear your video requests as well. So one of the videos that got really popular was the Thai yoga massage. That's one of the reasons why I decided to teach that workshop at the festival, because I was like, I got over 1 million views on that. And so I was like, I think people want to learn this. And it's so beautiful. It's such a healing, loving exchange of energy, and it's non-sexual, but it's very intimate, and it teaches this art of loving kindness and compassion and energy work. And that's something that I've been teaching for the past 17 years. So I'm super excited about that. So be sure to check those things out at flowstatefest.com. I look forward to seeing you there, and use the coupon code DASHAMA to get 10% off. Until I see you next time, we're going to be here every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for this live little session. And if you want to do more lives, be sure and leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Let me know, because I love doing it, but I'm also super busy. But I want to try to find that balance in there where I do these things a lot more, but at the same time where I get all my other stuff done too. So sending you so much love, and I can't wait to hear from you, and see you soon in the Flow State Fest in Miami in June 17th through 19th. And I love you. Have a